Don't you know you're queen? Yet, even flower bloom at my feet.
The interesting singularity of enabling you to express yourself and not be as confined as you would be when it comes to gender and norms, let's say, that society tries to. I think it definitely brings awareness and exposure. So the more that, let's say, the everyday regular citizen who is not queer is exposed to this kind of fashion, the more it becomes accepted or at least tolerated. I mean, I'm not sure if genderless people is the right term, because drag is in itself an expression of gender, and I mean there's queer people who are asexual, bisexual, agender, or gender neutral and all that, but I don't think that drag is it's obviously a very good expression of that, because it's usually like a cis gay male performing female gender or something in between, but I don't think it should be like the only example of queer sexuality and expression. This is funny because I do remember when I started working for a magazine, we started doing shoots with them, and I remember them telling us, this is not a gay magazine, so, you know, like, just so you know, like, but it wasn't so much as for the, let's say, queer expression or the usage of, let's say, a queer visual language in the styling. It was more for like homoerotic kind of content, which didn't really interest us in the first place, so I don't think that was a problem in itself. I mean, I feel like definitely I mean, you see it a lot in London, and obviously everyone in London wants to express themselves. They feel, I guess they feel more free to express themselves just the way that they want to. And then obviously you have a lot of mainstream culture taking from that expression, and especially if you look at shows like RuPaul's Drag Race, and it does like kind of flow into the mainstream a bit.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing that I feel is bad about it is when people don't reference it. You know, when people kind of do it and they're like, oh yeah, like I invented this, and I'm like, well, you didn't invent anything. You're obviously referencing something that already exists, and if you do your homework and you know the culture and the history of those visual expressions, then I think it's totally fair. But obviously some people are going to do it without knowing what they're doing and coming up with things that they think are theirs, when in reality they've been going on for ages. I think because in London there's such a multitude of nationalities and just identities in general, people kind of get exposed to a lot, so they learn to tolerate it, even though it might go against what they think is normal. And in that sense, I do think that London is one of the best places to be queer and to just like express your sexuality and your gender the way that you feel is the most truthful to yourself. So yeah.